Good evening, everyone. It's Hashi Richards coming to you from Orlando. Apologize for being a few minutes late. I've literally been out all day. In fact, I still have my, you guys can see my little basketball necklace on. It says mom with the basketball in the middle. I have been gone all day. First watching my son play and then my husband, and so I'm back. All right, so today I've been going through, and by the way, I'm live every evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, both streaming on Facebook and also YouTube. I apologize for the lines. I know I'm doing it for my cell phone, so I know that you can see the two black lines on the side. I tried to tilt the phone the other way. Didn't work out too well, so I'll be working on that. But more important is the actual content, right? And so the past couple days I've been going through VAWA and talking about the factors involved in filing a strong VAWA petition, right? And this is a self-petition that you file when you have a U.S. citizen relative or a legal permanent resident relative, right? And if they're not filing on your behalf, as they normally would. So this is you filing on your own. And so day one, we went over qualifying relationships. And so you can catch all these videos on my Facebook page and also on my YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is called Immigration Law TV with Hashi. So you can find it by searching that way. Yesterday, we went over the requirement that the U.S. citizen or the legal permanent resident has to they have to be either a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident, right? And how do you prove that? We talked about that yesterday, so you can catch that video. Today, we're going to talk about the requirement for battery or extreme cruelty right? So you don't have to have, in this type of petition, you don't have to have actual physical abuse. It's not a requirement. So what other types of abuse? And I use that word, it's a hard word to use because a lot of people don't consider themselves in a relationship like that. So, but I'm using it for the purposes of this video, right? So what types of other abuse could you be suffering, right? That may qualify for a VAWA petition. It could be verbal abuse, emotional abuse, verbal meaning name calling, derogatory statements being said to you, nothing physical, right? You can also have emotional, which, has a component of verbal abuse. Withholding intimacy, right? That's part of emotional abuse. You could also have financial abuse, financial control, right? Where your USC relative or legal permanent resident relative is withholding money from you or controlling the input and outflow of money, right? You can also have, there could be physical abuse, but not directly towards you. For example, violent outbursts where they are throwing things directed at you, but not hitting you, and that's maybe intentional. They could also punch holes in walls or slam doors and things like that. All very scary and all part of this, power and control wheel that's involved in a lot of these domestic situations. Okay. So how do you prove those things? So, normally with physical abuse, you would maybe have a police report, maybe an arrest report or something of the sort. Maybe not, right? So the strongest evidence is usually your own declaration, your own words, explaining the situation and what you are living through, right? And so that's really, really good evidence and great support. So those are just some examples. And if you go to my Facebook page and YouTube page, you can find me doing other videos on this very same topic. We go into more depth about those, about these type of abuse situations, okay? So does anyone have any questions on this component of having to prove battery and or extreme cruelty? God, I must have done a really good job of explaining it. I'm just looking here. And again, I'm doing it from my phone. Normally on my Sunday shows at 6 p.m. Eastern, I do it from a computer and I'm able to pull up the comments and post them so people can read them. But for some reason, I need to be better versed in the phone. Let's see. I'm going to put my banner information on the bottom so you guys can see that. All right. So again, we just went over the requirement for a VAWA self-petition, the requirement of showing battery and or extreme cruelty. And by the way, VAWA stands for Violence Against Women Act. And it's not just for women only. You can be a man and also file a petition. Okay, well, if no one has any questions, I'll be back again tomorrow with another live. So tomorrow I'm not supposed to be home, so I'm going to try to do it when I'm out and about. So bear with me. But again, the content is what's really the most important. And so hopefully you'll find this valuable. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell, as my son says, so you can get notices when I have a new video out, okay? All right, everybody, have a good evening. Have a good Saturday night. And I will see you all tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, for another live. All right, bye.